Hey, my name is Miranda Jenkins, and I would like to attend Desperation College to pursue missions. Last summer, the Lord called me to long-term missions, and ever since then, a series of events have occurred, and it has just ignited this passion inside of me for missions. And I was at one point saying, I'm ready to quit my job and move across the world. I want to go to Mozambique and go to school at Heidi Barker's missionary school. But I was like, I don't really know if that's what I'm supposed to do right now. So I fasted, and I've been praying, like, Lord, what is my next step? And training was the word that the Lord kept giving me. And, I looked into a couple of different options as far as training goes, and I'd have to move away, and one of them I'd have to quit my job for both. And the Lord was like, I'm not ready for you to quit your job yet. You've got a perfectly great school of ministry right here in Coleman. And so here I am. I would love to have some type of formal training, and I'm just super excited to go through this journey with you guys. Thanks. So a brief outline of my testimony and how I became to know the Lord. I grew up in a Southern Baptist church. My mom was actually on staff, and I asked the Lord in my heart when I was 7 years old and was baptized. But as I grew up, I kind of grew into religion and legalism and judgmentalness and shame and guilt and just trying to fit in somewhere. Didn't really know who I was, didn't have a relationship with the Lord, just kind of wandering around aimlessly, trying to have friends. So when I went to college, I went 2 years to college, partied, got into drugs and alcohol. My grades slipped, my relationship with my family and my friends slipped, and so finally I decided to move back home and finish school. And when I moved home, I broke some old habits, got back into church, really started to pursue the Lord. I'd kind of hit rock bottom in college and kind of looked at myself in the mirror like, okay, I did this to myself. And I was just all alone, and the Lord was there just to pick up the pieces. And, I was trying to find purpose at, my church that I grew up in, where my mom was on staff, and, did a lot of really cool things, but just kind of hit this wall. There was nobody my age there. I wanted to be involved. I wanted to be doing more stuff. And so a friend of mine invited me to Desperation, and when I came, I actually experienced the presence of God for the first time. And the Lord just started stripping me of all types of like religion and legalism and shame and guilt and condemnation and all these ugly traits that I'd picked up along the years. And He just started revealing to me like, okay, I've got purpose for you. I love you. It was never in a harsh way. It was always a loving way. And so then I decided I always loved missions. And I did go to Belize at my old church, and I wanted to do more of that, so I signed up to go to Uganda in 2013. I came to Desperation in 2012, and so when I came back from Uganda in 2013, I decided to get my baptism in order because I wanted my friends, my family, and the world to know that I'm going in the old and coming out the new, that I have decided as an adult to pursue the Lord, that I've learned that I need to depend on the Lord, that I tried life on my own and it did not work. It left me heartbroken and hopeless and just in misery. So one of my biggest challenges in life would be the fear of failure. I've struggled with this for a while, and it's something that the Lord has continuously had to walk me out of. And some of the things that I've done to help overcome this struggle is I've started just being willing and trying to say yes to God. If He's called me to lead a mission trip, or if I enjoy kayaking, or if I say, you know what, I really want to make a fire, I want to be like the people on Naked and Afraid, just saying yes, give it a try. And so by saying yes and being willing to do things that I would normally be, afraid of failing at, that has helped me overcome that for the most part, but it's still a struggle because I just want to be perfect. I want to be good all the time, and we're not going to be great at everything, and it just is what it is. But I'm trying now to focus more on what God's called me to do and my purpose in life. And if I just continue to pursue the Lord and to pursue His will for my life, I know that He'll continue to just walk me out of that fear of failure. Another big challenge in my life is self-discipline. and consistency. I tend to get very lazy and complacent, and it just is nasty. I just don't like it. I do work really, really hard every morning. I get up and go to work, and I teach kindergarten. And so in the afternoons, it's really hard for me to be disciplined with my body, with my temple. It's a struggle for me to be in the Word and digest God's Word and apply it every single day. I just get very lazy and complacent, and then I get to a point where I'm like, God, where are you? I need you. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I yearn for you. And He's always right there, but it's the fact that I get very complacent, and I'm not self-disciplined, and that's something that I'm struggling with. And one of the ways that I'm trying to overcome this struggle is by coming to Desperation College and trying to plug in to great mentors, into the classes like leadership and the Old Testament survey. I'm just praying that people will just speak life over me and encourage me to stay disciplined and hold me accountable. So my personal devotion usually looks like a podcast on the way to work. I have an hour drive to work every day. So I'm usually listening to podcasts, or I will worship almost every single day. And then on occasions, on a Saturday, every other Saturday, or on a Sunday, I will get in the Word. I will say that I'm praying for, I continuously have to pray for a passion to pursue the Lord, because if I continuously have that passion to pursue the Lord, I gladly wake up at 4 o'clock and read the Word. I will gladly get up and say, God, teach me something new today. I want to be teachable today. I want to be used by you today. Help me to be generous today. If I'm passionate about pursuing the Lord, those things will just come naturally. There will be an overflow of my heart. And so that is something that I'm really, really praying for.